Okay guys, welcome back, and seems like right now we're gonna be talking to our companions to see what else is next for their stories. So let's see, let's talk to these two first.
Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Are you hitting on me?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
You mean...
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
Holy crap.
If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
Calm yourself.
There is no emotion. There is peace. I suppose you did what you had to, and it could not have been avoided. The Republic needs you and Bastila. Maybe needs you more than it needed Taris. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand. Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task. It will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Sorry about that, girlie. I didn't know Tetris was your home. See, this is what happens when I don't do their side quests. In my old playthroughs. It's probably because sometimes I forget about them. Okay, how about you? Okay, he has something else to say. Let's go back in. Go back out. Giovanni may have something to say. Let's go with Blastia this time.
Yes. What is it? I was remembering Taris. No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat ghouls coming up from the sewers. or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Decent humans are hard to find.
I have noticed that. But the Jedi Order seems to have collected a fair number. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I suppose I see something of her in you when I look... I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled from where?
Another story, for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Okay, Blaster, you have anything to say?
How can I help? I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us. Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. Why must you make this so difficult for me? Can't you just accept a simple compliment? I see. Is there nothing I can do to make it up to you? I would rather we were friends.
I like that, I suppose.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Oh.
I suppose not. But I am becoming like that, though it's not easy for me to admit. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I just thought I should tell you.
I'm glad you did.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better. But enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Yes. Okay, back in, you two. Then we're coming back out to see if you two got anything more to say.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Okay, she got nothing else to say.
How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Go ahead.
In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training. For me, it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
It's a struggle for me sometimes.
That's a relief to hear. I've never found the Jedi path an easy one to walk. And it's good to know I'm not alone. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
Sounds like you have your own demons to face.
I suppose I do. Part of me thinks that it would be worth anything to vanquish evil, even if it meant giving in to my base emotions. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Oh, yeah. We know how you are. What happened to you in the end. Too bad you're a child. Or probably Malak didn't feel like, you know, since he called her a child, so he probably didn't look at her in a sexual way.
Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
Who you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Karpyshyn system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Karpyshyn system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
What happened next?
It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
Oh, shit.
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
Nope.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Thank you for telling more about yourself, though. I enjoy your stories.
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master. You should have remained with the Council. Perhaps you're not being truly objective, then. There's no need to spare my feelings on this point. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
But when I talk to them, they're so freaking boring.
I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Maybe we can help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. Perhaps you can help me. And I will try to help you if I can. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us. And for the sake of the mission.
And this is why you get weak in Bastia. You're supposed to be strong-headed and everything. It will lead to the dark side. Oh goodness us. How annoying. Not everything will lead to the dark side.
Yeah, what do you want? I don't have as many... In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Yeah, you're a great warrior.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. They weren't stupid. Stupid races don't make starships and weapons of mass destruction. But they weren't masters of the arts of war as the Mandalorians are. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
What did they do?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. Their command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
No, that's it.
Your choice.
Then we're getting closer to his...
How can I help?
I can try. What would you like me to recall? I shall do my best. Calm.
Let's see, this is the end of them. Let's bring them out one more time. Because I'm waiting for his side mission to pop up.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, he's done.
How can I help?
Then I said...
Okay, they're both done. So Koth and HK? I don't think HK got much to say though. I don't think he got a side mission, but let's see what he wants, if he can say anything.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If request. I only... Statement. And now rewire the last 3 relays.
There we go.
Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have accessed information on my owner prior to the Senator, Master. Most unexpected.
What now?
Answer. It appears that previous to my ownership by the Senator, I was the property of one Bochaba the Hutt on the planet Slaheron.
Okay, the name is hilarious. So were you a gangster's assassin droid?
Statement. So it appears, Master. A rather suitable occupation, would you not agree? My memories tell me that, for a time, Bochaba was one of the most feared gangsters on Slaheron. I helped him with this reputation greatly. Over a span of 1 year, I terminated a grand total of 322 sentient meatbags. These contracts made Bochaba very wealthy.
You sound proud of that, Carnage.
Answer. That is correct, Master. I do enjoy my work, though my past owners have enjoyed utilizing my functions far more. Strictly speaking, one meatbag is the same as another. Anything I do is in support of my master. It was unfortunate but inevitable that eventually Bochaba would overstep his bounds. I had just cleared 2 Hutt households when the exchange retaliated. Statement. I was not even present when my old master was assassinated. I did appreciate the artistry behind his demise upon my return, however. Answer. Allow me to say that I have little doubt that residents of that sector were fishing pieces of Bochaba out of their soup for weeks afterward. At any rate, I quickly shut down upon my master's death. The rival Hutt claimed me along with my master's other possessions. Observation. If that Hutt had only known my true function, he surely would not have sold me to a senator he bribed regularly.
You would have preferred to stay on?
Observation. It would have suited my character, Master. I have enjoyed my existence since, more or less, so I do not miss it. Answer. Negative, Master. There is still more memory that can be restored, however, if you wish to try. As well, I believe I can restore several programs the Hutt installed to improve my performance. Yes, they are now active, contemplative. I wonder how many more dead masters I might have out there. A droid can live for a long time, you know.
Oh, I love HK. Hey, Koff, you got anything to say?
Yes, what's on your mind?
You seem like you're far away. Is something wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, sorry. I told you my wife died 4 years ago. I've just been trying to remember what she looked like. It shouldn't be so difficult. I can remember things about her, things she did, the way she smiled, what her hair smelled like. Our last fight, just not her face. I try and hold it in my head, but it's gone. I know, is that strange? Maybe I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
You remember the important things.
But I should be able to remember her face. It's frustrating. I feel like I'm losing her. It must look really strange for me to be obsessing like this still. You must think I'm incredibly stupid. Well, I suppose you're probably right, but I have to do it anyway. The only thing that's kept me going since she died has been the need to find Soule and kill him. It's better to think about that than anything else. If I can do that, then maybe I can let her go. Let it all go. If we encounter Soule, if we ever have the chance, promise me that I'll be the one to kill him. I have to settle this. I need to.
If we get the opportunity, then I promise.
Thank you. I guess there's really nothing else to say.
Really, nothing else. I need to hear more of your wife. Because my character will be replacing her soon. Yeah, I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. And
Statement. HK. Affirmative. Request. Statement. Now close the last panel. Supplicate. As
Yeah, need more skill on repair. I'm done with you, HK.
Yes, what's on your mind?
So tell me, what happens if you ever get your revenge?
You mean if I kill him?
Yes, what happens afterwards?
Well, I never thought about it. I suppose I always assumed that I would be dead once Soule was.
Why? What kind of risks do you plan on taking?
Understand that whenever I envisioned taking on Soule in the past, it was always as the captain of my own ship, or alone. In those cases, I would risk everything. But I'm not in the same situation now. I wouldn't risk hurting you or the others. You don't think I would throw away everything we're doing here, do you? I would like to think that I wouldn't put you in danger, that I wouldn't forget that there's more behind Soule that needs to be stopped. If I saw Soule, however, if I had the chance, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. I mean, his death has been my entire focus for so long. I know, I'll see this through. I promise you that, no matter what. As for what comes afterward, well, let's wait until I know that I'm around to see it.
Yes, keep going, Koff. Keep going. Open your mind and let me fluster in there. Okay, oh man.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been watching me very closely as of late. Why is that?
Oh, well, I hadn't thought you'd notice. No, I didn't mean it that way. Damn it, woman, if you keep hounding me, I'm gonna put you over my knee and teach you a lesson.
Whoa. I'd like to see you try.
You this way. You'll get yours. At any rate, I wasn't ogling you. I've just been admiring you. No, I've been watching you in action, your skills. You have a natural talent that is incredible. Not that all I do is watch you or anything. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, maybe a few, but I hope you won't mind if I keep those to myself. I will say one thing, however. We've come a long way with your help. Whether it's the Force or fate or just dumb luck, I'm glad you're here. We probably would never have made it this far without you. I should have said this long before instead of doubting you, but I hope you can forgive me.
You already apologized.
And you accepted it, but that doesn't mean I'm forgiven. I'd like to be. Thank you. Let's get back to what we were doing.
Yes. I apologize. You apologize.
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I know plenty about Kashyyk. You think someone doesn't live here for 20 years and pick up a thing or two? Chances are, by the time I finish telling you about it all, you would have found out for yourself. So there's no reason for me to start blathering on. It should be enough for me to tell you that there's kilometer after kilometer of trees on this planet. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets. If you're smart, you stay on top with the Wookiees. You go deep, however, and you may find some things you weren't expecting. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going. Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
I got nothing else to say, huh? Okay, Koff, let's do you one more time, because I think you're almost up, or you're almost done. Mission. Wait, mission's really done, ain't she? Let me see.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Maybe if we get these tat glands for him.
Okay, she's done because we're doing her stuff.
Yes, what's on your mind? Oh, you can tell, can you?
Okay, do you need to talk?
I do. It's serious, though. I need your attention. Is this a good time?
This is fine.
All right. I'm I'm concerned about you. I've been keeping these thoughts to myself mostly, but I think it's time I say something. It's about you. I'm worried about what might happen to you. You have a lot of courage, and the fact that you've remained strong is amazing, but there's even greater danger ahead. I think you might be setting yourself up for a fall. Maybe at the urging of the Jedi, I don't know. But you're definitely going to become a target. If I'm gonna find some purpose beyond taking revenge on Soule, then it's gonna have to be in protecting you. I don't know why, but I think some terrible fate is waiting for you. I think the Jedi Council knows it too, and I don't want that to come to pass. Don't chalk it up to my paranoia just yet. Something isn't right. Now, I blamed it on you before, but I think the Jedi didn't tell us everything. If I'm gonna live past Soule, I need you to as well. Let me protect you. From yourself, from the Sith. You have to let me try. Because I never got the chance to save my wife and son. Because I didn't stop Soule when I had the chance. Because I finally have the chance to do it right. You are an extraordinary woman. You make me think that maybe I might have some purpose beyond revenge. I don't know whether it means anything to you, but it does to me. I'm glad to hear that. I'll do my best.
Alrighty then. He wants to protect me. Let's see if this is it for Koth. We already know we're done with mission, and we don't have to worry about the robot. Yeah, I did everybody, so Koth, let's see.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Okay. We're all done with everybody. Oh, it's time to change my freaking lightsaber color. Some great things. There go my baby. My baby, my baby. Wait, I thought I had purple. I thought I had purple. Oh yeah, I thought I had purple. Oh, hold on, Crit. Where you at, purple lightsaber? There you are. I'm gonna take your violet one, so I'm gonna change it to the stupid red, okay? Yeah, thank you very much, sweet cakes. Okay, we're gonna have purple. We're different. Violet. See anything else in here? Okay, the old geezer don't have none. Let's see. Okay, get rid of blue. Let's get rid of this one. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say, time to upgrade this. Great job. Nobody else is wearing them. Look at that. That's sexy. Let's see. Oh yeah, purple. Yeah. Okay, we're done talking to everyone. Everybody's doing okay. So we're gonna head into the front right now. I'm gonna save right here, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.